Wait. Where am I putting this time?
You can put it saying, I want you to hold it in your hand
Okay.
and do the standing alert.
Not walking?
Just standing still first. You always start with the standing still one first. And hold your hand down.
Girl.
Hold your hand down.
Yes! Good
Never mind,
girl!
she got up to it. There, smell it. Good girl, good girl.
Yeah, she keeps trying to eat it. Good girl.
She's gonna eat it.
Yeah, because she associates that with food.
Don't eat it.
Essentially.
So a lot of times dogs, when our exposed to touching them, when they got in source and was bracketing, and when they got in odor and was bracketing to get the source, they start salivating in anticipation of getting the food.
Oh.
What's it?
Pavlov.
Yeah, exactly. That's the theory we use for it, Pavlov's theory. Yeah. That's the same theory is, and that's why we imprint them first. 5 minutes before they eat, we put the odor there.
Am I going to stand now? I mean walk?
Walk this time, but once you, and just walk slowly around. Because she hit you yesterday afternoon while you was walking in.
Keep it off.
Just walk slowly around.
Girl. Yes, good girl.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking
I had to
for.
make sure I covered it with my hands so she wouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good girl. Good, good. This time you lay down.
Good girl.
And then it'll be Mama's turn to kick in. After this one, she's gonna just lay down this time, do a sleeping alert.
I trying to remember my part.
You didn't study last night? You didn't review the video I made you just for that?
I did.
It's not more interesting than many things, but it probably would have been more interesting than your after the fact.
Keep it off. Good girl. Yes, good girl.
Good.
Jumping, it's like baby.
She's having so much fun this morning.
Good girl. She reminds me of Bambi.
Now the difference in this morning and this afternoon, she has a lot more energy because she's been crated all night. So you won't see the same enthusiasm if she's out all day. She will still do it, but not with the same enthusiasm that she does. Now you're up.
Alright, keep it sitting.
This is a secondary alert one.
Secondary.
And should I stand?
Yeah, you gotta stand next to her, remember? We talked to you
Right
yesterday.
next to her.
You gotta stand right next to her and
This is the one I prepared for.
she ignores her and says nothing. You're the one that gives her the verbal, good girl, once she starts sniffing her. Once she starts sniffing her, you give her the good girl, until she calls her.
Okay.
And then until she calls you,
Get a sit.
then you say yes and give her the reward.
Okay.
I don't want to
Keep it right off.
Yell at me about it. I'm not again.
Good girl, good girl. Yes, yes.
Not just calls you.
Just
Good girl, just calls you.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
That's all right, just wait for her to call you.
Girl, yes.
She's good. Yeah, that's good, we'll take it.
So
She
jumping
just
up,
jump
or
on
is
you.
she?
Yeah, I will encourage her to pause too.
Oh, I should have fed her over there, right?
No, you're right.
Okay.
Let's see if she'll go back to it again.
Good girl. Good girl.
Good
Good
girl.
girl. Good
Good
girl.
girl.
Good girl. Good girl.
Getting around the sword shit. Yes, now she called you with both feet.
Even though she didn't find the source.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
girl.
she is the source.
Okay.
As long as she has odor on her, she is the source. Because she's held it in both hands now, she's had it in her pocket, that odor's all over her already.
Girl. Good girl.
You gotta sniff first. You gotta sniff first.
My hands
You gotta
are.
sniff first. Keta, where is it? Where is it?
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl, Keta. Good girl.
Paul?
Good girl. Good girl, Keta. Is that paw?
No, she actually jumped on you.
Paw. 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 Good girl, Keta. Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl.
Paul?
Good girl.
Paul? Yes,
Yes,
now that's a call. See
okay.
the difference? I don't want her to knock you down, but I want you to know the difference. One, she shouldn't be jumping on you unless she's alerting either way. And a lot of people teach that is the alert for a high.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Keta. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Paw. Good girl. Good girl.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Good girl.
All right.
Her breath smells divine.
This time I want you to move back, right there in that corner. Right there, no, corner of the
Right here?
furniture, yeah.
Okay.
Just let her do it again. And this is how you go in advance when you get home and practice this.
Good girl.
Every time she says,
Good girl, Keta. Good girl. Good girl, Keta. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Paw. Good girl. Paw.
she's moving her paws, she's just not, she's hitting you with them instead of pawing you.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Keta.
She's
Good
always
girl.
for you.
Good girl, Keta. Good girl. Paw. Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl, good girl. Keep going
Good
on.
girl. Good girl, Keta. Good girl.
Paw,
Good
Keta,
girl.
paw.
Good girl. Good girl.
Paw. Yes, good girl, we'll take that, yes. Good girl.
Good girl.
All right, that's enough. Come here, baby. Good girl, yeah.
Hey, battle
Yeah,
scars.
good girl. All right, you can go ahead and, let's see, we did the sitting, standing, walking, laying down, and secondary. Good, you can go ahead and put that over on the,
Keta, don't worry, I'm alive.
ease the top off of it. You can leave top in there with it if you want to.
Good girl. Good girl. Yes, good girl.
Good job.
Good girl.
See, that's what you want for her to come out of that down position to alert, but only when she's smelling scent. Any other time you'd correct her.
Good girl.
Making left turns, right turns. Remember to give a little pressure up on that leash right before you stop, okay? And that'll help her stop in the right position. All right, walk. She starts to go anywhere but with you, tell her no. Walk.
No, walk.
Walk over by the other dogs. That'll be a good distraction. She starts to pay attention to them instead of you, say no, give her a tug back towards you. All right, turn around, come back. Turn around, come back. You don't want to torture her. Hold your arm down, relax. Choke up on your leash with your right arm. There you go. There you go. Don't hold it tight, just let it flow through your hands. When you have to give a tug, just grab and tug. Good, good.
So happy.
So if Shauna's gonna stop, does she need to say sit or does she just stop?
Well, that depends on how you want her to do. If you want her to sit automatically when you stop, then you don't say the command. If you want her to not sit until you tell her to, then you give her the command.
Feet a walk.
How in the world are we supposed to film that back behind the van?
Behind the car.
Sneaky thing. Remember, kind of choke up on that leash and pull up before you stop, and she'll stop in the right position.
Keta, walk.
There you go. Anytime that leash gets tight, tell her no and start. Give her a little tug back to you.
No.
And you can walk your pace. Don't wait on her. You walk your normal pace. Her pace. And I like changing it up. I'll speed up, I'll slow down, I'll stop, I'll start. That's how you leash train her. Tell her nope.
No.
Shake up. You're too far away from her neck.
Good girl.
Take the slack out and pull up. Relax your arm down while you're walking. You want to walk normal. Her job is to stay with you. Now, did you check to make sure you was in range before you started obedience training?
Yes.
You did? When did you check?
On our car right up.
Oh, no, that's way too far before we start obedience training. You always check right before you start, because you don't want to give her any corrections if you're out of range.
My phone would open. 105.
Okay. Now, if you was dropping or you was close to 70, you would have to do a finger stick to make sure before you did it, okay?
Keta, walk.
Pull up. Yeah, praise her up. Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl. She's working for your praise and love, so you got to make it worth it.
No.
Any questions for me? You got this? Shauna, you're not pulling up till after you stop. You need to pull up before you stop, okay? That's why she's ending up right in front of you instead of beside you. Try it again.
Keta, walk.
No, don't try it. Do it again. Look at there. Perfect position.
Oh, good girl.
Have you figured out yet we're training you?
Yep.
We're training you to what Keta already knows. All right, do it again. That time you did it about the same time. You still need to apply pressure just a little bit before.
As you're
About a whole step before.
As you're thinking it, and then you can say it.
Keta, walk.
Because you got to remember, it takes her a second or two to process it too.
Can't stop.
Good. Good.
Girl.
Good.
You gave the verbal command and the leash thing, and that was perfect timing. That was awesome.
Good.
Give yourself a hand.
Yay, Shauna.
Yay!
Good girl, Shauna.
Say goodbye to David.
What?
Say goodbye to David.
Bye-bye, Keta.
I would like to know, last night when you,
Sisters did this.
last night
Dad.
when
Sweet
you
girl.
went to the luggage,
Sweet
I sat in the
girl.
hotel room and I cried. Kayla heard me.
What do you say to David? Again,
You're welcome, baby.
no, it's not for good. It's just
No.
a little bit.